First time in modern history, the world will have, as its largest economy, sometime soon, a country that does not subscribe to the same set of values as those of the other closest large economies. China's unique socialism with Chinese characteristics is not an idea espoused by any of the other world's top 10 economies. They mostly belong to the different political terrain. And in any case, the clue is in the word. Socialism with Chinese characteristics is bespoke to China. It may have ingredients and elements that are unique to it, but it is underpinned and circumscribed by a cultural and intellectual background that is distinctive. What we see today, therefore, is a Chinese economic and social political model which is highly indigenous. Everyone is unique, for sure, but China's scale and its prominence as an economy means that its uniqueness has a particular potency and reality. For Western mindsets who are keen on orderliness and universal principles, and who like the neat list of absolute standards that are unrelated to localities, this attribute of China is hard to handle. It, after all, resists such thinking. It does so with an immense tradition of diverse thinking over 2,500 years within China. To the intellectual traditions of ancient Greece and the Roman Empire, into the vast developments over the extent of Christian Europe through the Middle Ages and beyond, China offers the one great parallel, a tradition which is every bit as extensive and maps out a world every bit as powerfully thought through as that of the Christian West. These two great traditions, therefore, can both claim unique legitimacy, but neither can easily claim dominance or ascendancy. The question now is which is best placed to comfortably live in a world with the other without tension or an ambition to control and monopolize. It is likely that the Chinese traditions of thinking, with their ability to accommodate such different and often radically divergent ideas and principles over the last 2 millennia, such as Taoism, Confucianism, Buddhism, and then more modern worldviews which have emerged in the Chinese cultural and linguistic world since then, may be more flexible and accommodating. Western intellectual traditions have had a habit to consolidate, systemize, and aim for coherence and completeness. This, of course, has been their great strength. But perhaps in post-modernity there are now opportunities for a liberation of thinking where the West and the East can finally engage in a fruitful dialogue and not aim for dominance. People can be bilingual in 2 different languages, but being bilingual in 2 different views of the world and 2 different traditions of thinking is not easy, and sometimes seems to be next to impossible. It's my submission that one of the most urgent tasks for Europe and America now is to address this lack of fundamental knowledge about Chinese intellectual traditions, so that at least they know, we know, what we are trying to manage and work with, rather than operating on assumptions. On the whole, China, and of course other Asian countries, have done far better at acquiring at least some knowledge about the Western worldview,